Jeffrey Epstein, the elite's pedophile pimp, is dead. Something everyone saw coming a mile away, including Epstein himself, who, according to the Daily Mail, had told guards that someone was trying to kill him. An ex-inmate told the New York Post that it would have been impossible for Epstein to kill himself, yet there is still no way to tell because the staff at MCC has yet to say anything, even though the incident is of grave national importance when it comes to any American harboring a shred of trust in the government again. We are told Epstein, hanging on to life and soon to suffer cardiac arrest on the way to the hospital, was wheeled out of New York City's Metropolitan Correctional Center around 7:30 a.m., just a day after co-conspirators had been revealed in 2015 court documents and 2016 depositions where Virginia Giuffre, who told the Mail on Sunday that Epstein loaned her out to the high-profile people and claimed that she had to report back with details relating to blackmail. Giuffre also revealed how Epstein's Madam Ghislaine Maxwell pimped Giuffre out to powerful names for erotic massages and sex, which included modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel and wealthy financier Glenn Dubin. In those released documents, Dubin's butler recounted the testimony of a Swedish teen who had been held against her will on Epstein's notorious pedo island.
She said they asked me for sex. I said no. The butler was asked, was she in fear? Yes, he replied. You could tell, yes. She was shaking uncontrollably.
While modeling agent Brunel was accused of supplying Russian teens that didn't speak a word of English. Signs of an international sex trafficking network. Of course, we are supposed to believe the Clinton cleanup crew over at the FBI is on top of it, and the Justice Department. And why did former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein pop up at the outset of all of this anyway?
Former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein suggested on Twitter that there might not be more here beneath the surface. He wrote, pedophiles facing criminal charges are at high risk for suicide. It happened in several of my Maryland cases when defendants were released on bail. Detained pedophiles require special attention. Stopping people from harming themselves is difficult.
But as Cassandra Fairbanks at the Gateway Pundit reported, there aren't any mainstream media outlets at MCC asking the same question she is.
Do you know why Epstein wasn't on suicide watch?
I do not know.
Do you know if they're going to do a press conference?
I do not know. You'll have to talk to the public information officer that's moving forward.
Yeah, I've been trying, but I haven't been able to get through.
Questions like, were the guards that were stationed to watch Epstein told to leave the area due to maintenance? Why did the security cameras mysteriously break during the time of the alleged suicide? Why is there a bruise on Epstein's face? And how did Epstein die exactly? Also, is the case actually over?
If the reports are true, keep in mind these are co-conspirators of his, and they have complainants. So if the complainants aren't focused now on Epstein as he's dead, they're going to focus on anybody else that was involved. And if those other guys were involved, and I'm not saying they were, but according to reports, if that's true, then the investigation just shifts over to them.
It could be made to look like a suicide when it was something else. And I've handled cases like that.
Well, you have?
Yes.
What do they look like a suicide and they're not?
Oh, they set the cases up to make it look like a suicide.
In jail?
In jails. As I've had a couple in jail and outside of jail. And what I would always say to my staff is, until you can prove otherwise, any unattended death is a murder case.
And didn't Ghislaine Maxwell aid and abet? How long before she disappears? And ultimately, how deep does this go? Who did Epstein work for? His wealth and Saudi Arabian passport remain major mysteries. Sure, it's early, but the longer these questions go unanswered, the more the people responsible for the incompetence surrounding Epstein's death create their own undeniable conspiracy. John Bowne reporting.